there. Now you should be able to hear me. That should be like there. Now you should be able to hear me. That should be like there. Yeah, I guess I'm over. You never get shotguns anymore. It's very few and far between. We should go. Oh, of course, Raven. I knew that was gonna happen. Happens every time, but you can't risk it. Oh, he smoked me. Shit. Oh, now we got F. Unfortunate chat. That's not what we like to see. At all. I still don't even have a shotgun. Finally. Even better.
little itchy here. I don't know what to do here. Oh, this kid right here. Oh, he's healing. I don't think I want to go for that. Usually, like, I'm all about it, but, like, I mean, they kind of gotta... If only I had a sniper. Oh.
That also gives me a little more confidence.
I think we'll go for one of these. Oh, he saw me. Get me the fuck out of there. Oh my god. I'm not comfortable with this situation right now. Do we go third party? Nope. Expecting that kill on him. Oh, it's 2 HP, lol. Wow.
Wow. For 1 second.
Wow.
All right, we're back.
Get shifty. Oh, you bitch! Fuck! I'm lagging, I'm lagging, God, I'm lagging. Crap. I'm lagging, I'm lagging. Ew, never again.
What? Are you kidding me? Bro. What? Bro! I just got like the best fucking loadout. Only been 20 minutes. Play one more. If this goes bad, I'm rage quitting. Actually, you know what? Here, wait. I'm gonna throw on some YouTube while I go make some food.
When someone's in the way of your perfect shot, polish your photo with one easy click.
Oh, hit me, dude. I ran you over. Welcome back to another video. It is a new year, 2026. We obviously have the 6.0 here. This thing runs fantastic. We have a lot of goals and things to accomplish for this year. Starting out with number one, the white mega cab. Now, last year, this truck kind of left us stranded, which is very, very, very unfortunate because this is one of my favorite vehicles. Now, as you guys can see right here, we have some oil dripping off the valence. You guys may be asking yourself, Brandon, why is oil dripping off the valence of your truck? So if you look inside of here, somewhere, right down inside there, there's a little hole inside the intercooler. About 6 months ago, I was driving down the road inside of a rainstorm and a tree fell in front of me and I hit it. Luckily, nothing was damaged. Just one stick decided to go straight into there and put a hole in the intercooler. And I was like, it still builds boost, it'll be fine. That is probably the reason why my truck is broken now. I guess you cannot run an intercooler with a hole inside of it. We had a little issue going on with this truck, starting with something that is very, very crucial to this truck actually driving down the road. Now, you guys look right here, the intake is kind of half off of it. And if you look down inside of there, that thing down there that spins isn't spinning anymore. It literally just does nothing. That means the turbo is completely shot on this truck. I haven't drove this truck in about 2.5 weeks now because when I was driving it, it decided to start blowing out white smoke and next thing you know, it has no boost. Well, I noticed the exhaust brake stopped working first and then it had no boost. So what we need to do today is start this truck up so I can turn around to the driveway. That way we can get inside and get working on this thing. Turbo filled with oil means engine runs away. So we might need to buy a new engine by the time we get into the garage. The battery is completely dead, just my luck. Well, the jump box, I'm almost certain is inside of the big gray mega cab, which will be very unfortunate because I really need the jump box. And it is not on the top shelf. I guess we can just pray that this thing starts it. I think this will start it. I don't know. Yeah. It didn't start the big 6.0 the other day, but it might start the white mega cab. Guess we're gonna find out. I don't think I have jumper cables. Oh, dude. Inside the back of here. The 6.0 saves the day once again. I don't know why this won't start it. Oh, actually, it might have it now. Oh. The cable just wasn't tight. Oh, we have more cables. Well, that truck is started too.
Well, I mean, we put back this one
this one, boy, it runs away. We got the mega cab into the garage. Now, as you guys can see right here, we got the stock turbo out of this truck already. So before we talk about this, let's hop up here and I'll show you guys exactly what we had to take off to get the turbo out. First things first, intake had to come out. It has the ram air intake, which means it comes from the front and the side of the truck to pull air. There's like this little motor inside of the intake box that I don't know when it decides to change, but if it wants to go through the front of the grill, it can, or the side of the fender, it can. So we removed the ram air system out of it, took the intake off of it. We also had to go ahead and get the oil feed line, oil drain line, coolant feed and coolant drain line off of the motor before we could get the turbo out. I'll tell you what, getting this turbo out is not easy because it sits all the way down there on top of the frame, on top of the motor mount. Two options I have right now. Number one, second gen swapping the truck, which would be sick. We have a big turbo sitting right here. I already have a aftermarket polished valve cover for this truck, which means we can get rid of all of this big bulky black valve cover off of this motor, make it look a lot better in my opinion. But if we do that, we have to somehow eliminate all of this stuff because this is like a little valve that I don't know what it does. It probably detects air pressure out of the manifold. We'd have to relocate our coolant bottle and probably bend the AC line out of the way or get a new custom AC line. That way it clears the turbo and stuff. But if I buy a S400 for the truck, I can get a 3-piece manifold. I can do a lot of different things. The truck would sound insane. The only downfall that I would have is my exhaust brake. I lose my exhaust brake, which the exhaust brake helps tremendously when it comes to towing. With the 40-foot gooseneck that I have and towing 2 trucks to shows wherever I may be going, the exhaust brake is like trailer brakes times 10, in my opinion. Or option number 2, put a drop-in VGT turbo back into the truck, but that just doesn't sound fun. After I put the big turbo on the 6.0, all I want is to have all my vehicles with big turbos. So I'm kind of weighing my options right now to go crazy with the engine bay on this truck. You guys will see inside this video what we decide to do. I have to make up my mind literally today so I can order a turbo within the next 20 minutes. If we look right here, here is the stock turbo out of the truck. Now, why somebody powder coated this purple, I don't know, because why would you go and powder coat a stock turbo on a 4th gen that you can't see? At least a 2nd gen turbo you could see. A 3rd gen turbo you can't even see.
Are you ready? Yes! For Thunderbolts, the new Avengers, now streaming on Disney+.
Let's do this.
Marvel Studios' Thunderbolts, the new Avengers, now streaming on Disney+.
You always show up on time. Why should you wait to get paid? You nail every job. Why not ask for 5-star reviews? You do the early mornings and the long days. Why should you do late nights too? This is the year you get more of what you deserve. More money, more recognition, and more balance. This is the year of the blue collar champion. Make this your year. Start your free trial today at jobber.com.
So we have the stock VGT turbo. Here's the actuator on the side of it. I don't know if this failed or what happened, but if I had to guess, the hole inside the front of my intercooler is probably the reason the turbo failed. The wheel is completely destroyed inside of there. It doesn't even spin. It's pretty seized up. And this housing is very loose. We have the oil feed line, coolant feed line. We also have the intake pipe. I don't know why that is so dented, intercooler pipe. This was the CCV reroute that they had, just dumping onto the ground. Block heater, intercooler clamps. Here's the ram air system that was on the truck I was talking about. So it has like a little blend door inside of here, kind of like your HVAC system inside your dash. That changes it from the fender to the front. So I'd assume like when it detects that it's raining, it probably closes the front one and that pulls air from the fender. So I've came to the conclusion, what needs to happen today is this truck just needs to come apart, and actually, I'll let Jaden decide. What turbo are we putting on this thing?
I go to S400.
You're saying 2G swap?
Yeah. But
Why?
They just sound sick.
They do sound pretty cool. I guess we'll 2nd gen swap it. We should probably get on the hook really quick and order a 2G swap for the truck. In order to get everything stripped down to 2nd gen swap it, we gotta get all these literally not needed wires out of the way to access getting all these bolts out of this thing. Crankcase filter. We won't be needing that anymore. There we go. Okay, now that that is off, we should be able to take this rocker box out of here. Get all these wires right here out of our way. Easy as 1, 2, 3. The rocker box should come out now. Nice and easy. Check it out. Gasket and all. Probably need to buy a new gasket for this, I would assume. All the exhaust manifold gaskets fell off. There's like 40 of them. Obnoxiously heavy. Yeah. Look at that. Old stock manifold. Cut it out. Now we can clean up all of these exhaust manifold gaskets. I think they're supposed to be all together, not in a million pieces. Last couple of days, as you guys can see, we got some new parts installed onto the engine. Now I chose a color that is green, and I've never done green on the truck, or any truck to be honest with you, and I have a vision for this truck. Now I don't know if it's going to stay white. If it does stay white, it will have a pearl put into the white eventually. We'll respray the whole truck white, add pearl, blah blah blah. So over the last couple of days while we waited for the turbo kit to come in, I went ahead and got all the engine base stuff powder coated. Now we only have a few pieces on it right now. We also went ahead and did the best thing ever to the top of this motor, because, you know, stock head bolts just are not it. So we got some ARP head studs inside of it. Those are all torqued down. Everything is done good. Got all the valves reset. And then we took apart all the fuel system on this side to put new stuff on. We have a grid heater delete for it, intake manifold, blah, blah, blah. But the best part has came inside the mail, which is our 2nd gen swap from Smeding Diesel. And I've never had any type of big turbo Cummins. I've bought turbo kits for Cummins and got scared to put them on. This is now my first truck that will have a complete 2G swap on it. Kind of cool. So as you guys can see right here, we have the Smeding Diesel 3-piece manifold. We have the intercooler pipe off the turbo to the intercooler. Massive air filter. Jaden, you can probably put your head on this thing and walk away with it. Polished elbow for the air intake. So one of these sides hooked up to the turbo, next up to there. Nice polished thing. The sensors go right into there. They supply bolts. We have a intercooler from our friends over at SPE, because as you guys know, the intercooler that was inside this truck kind of had a hole inside of it, which is probably why the turbo blew, because I drove it around the country with a hole inside the intercooler. So brand new intercooler right here. SPE was also nice enough to send us out some brand new intercooler pipes for the truck. These will look very good inside there, especially being polished underneath the hood. We have the boot for the air intake off the turbo. Another boot. We got a bunch of boots for the truck, whatever fits it perfectly. We have the intake manifold. I'm going to leave this polished. I think that'll look really good up there above all the green powder coat. Now you guys are probably wondering, Brandon, where's the turbo at for this truck? So if we come over here, we have a Smeding Diesel S464 with a 1.0 exhaust housing on the back of it. T4 flange. I've never had a big turbo. I probably don't need a big turbo. This kit is not a high mount kit, but I want it to be a high mount because I want to be able to look under my hood and see the turbo hitting the hood. That makes perfect sense, right? So I had to go out and buy a T4 spacer for the manifold. This will bolt onto the manifold, allowing me to have the clearances I need for the high mount on the turbo. Now we'll have to extend our downpipe and our intercooler pipe on the passenger side. That way everything reaches for the high mount. Never go out on me because I'm
food.
Nano Banana Pro is now on Artlist. Get Google's most up-to-date model and all the leading AI models on Artlist. Subject consistency, spot on. Text rendering, flawless in multiple languages. Even the tiny background details, Nano Banana Pro gets it. If you can imagine it, Nano Banana Pro can do it. Write your prompt and watch it come to life. Check out Nano Banana Pro on Artlist and start creating without limits.
Be very upset. Now, we could take the 68 out of the big black mega cab. I think this has a 68 in it, right? If we have to, we could take this 68 out. It's the same exact transmission, but knock on wood, we don't blow the trans out of this because I don't like doing transmissions. I hate everything to do with automatic trans fluid. So if this trans was to go, I'd probably just G56 swap it. But with no further ado, it's time to start this truck up and see what it does on the road. Driving my mega cab for the first time since we've done the second gen swap on it, and we are waiting for the truck to warm up a little bit more before I get on it at all. But as of right now, all the truck has is obviously full exhaust. It has an S464 with a 1.0 exhaust housing on it, second gen swap, T4 manifold, 3-piece manifold that is. It has obviously the catch can, the valve cover, all the boost tube and the intake pipe is brand new on the truck, all 3-inch tubing. This thing actually sounds amazing, and driving it, it feels like I was driving it before. No turbo lag whatsoever. I haven't got on it yet, but like out of the hole, driving it, it drives awesome. So motor-wise, the motor is just studded right now. Obviously, it's tuned. We have the stock injectors in it as well, which I will be getting new nozzles and or new injectors for the truck in the very near future. But I want to drive it first to make sure that I don't need a transmission, because I really don't know the history on this 68. If I had to take a guess, though, it's probably the original trans. But I don't know, it could be rebuilt, and I really think we're going to find out today when I get this thing up to temperature and actually get on it for the first time. If this transmission is going to hold, I'm sure over time with Brandon's foot, I will need to put a transmission inside of this truck. But the only thing done to it other than the turbo and obviously the head studs and being tuned is the fuel system. So we went ahead and threw an AirDog 165 5G pump on this truck. Huge shout out to the guys over at AirDog for always coming through and hooking me up on any fuel system that I need. So if you guys need or are in the market for a fuel system, hit up AirDog. They are the only fuel system people that I run on all of my vehicles. I would not choose any other company. AirDog is a very, very good business, and they have a lot of awesome products for your vehicles. But this truck right now is just about warmed up. We can actually see what it's going to do with the turbo swap. Right now we are inside of tune 1. So I think once we get this thing going a little bit, we'll turn it up and we'll see what the transmission does. I know the motor will hold. These motors are good for enough horsepower to where you can like have a very fun daily driver build. I'm not going for the race truck build with this truck. We do have the 6.0 King Ranch at the house that I do want to make high horsepower. I'm just kind of weighing my options on what I can do with my vehicles right now, because obviously I was getting ready to tear into the 6.0 motor, and I was just going to daily drive this truck, and next thing you know, this truck needs a turbo. So we got stuck in the 6.0 for a couple days, but we got the second gen swap all installed onto the truck, and this thing literally drives amazing. I just want to get on it right now, but I probably should wait for it to warm up, because Brandon already likes to start his vehicles up in the cold and immediately just rip on them, and that's probably not the best idea. We just put a turbo on this thing and actually fixed everything that was wrong with it, new intercooler, the whole 9. But now we can actually get into this thing a little bit and see what it does. So I just have it down into tune 1 right now, and we're going to see exactly what this truck sounds like and what it's going to do. This thing literally sounds insane. Oh my goodness. Why does it bark so much? It sounds so sick. Yeah, we're definitely going to be putting injectors inside this truck very soon. Alright, I'm not waiting any longer. This truck has to go in tune 5. I don't want to go from like tune 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I either want to know how it's going to drive with like almost stock power, and then know how it's going to drive with the tune all the way max out. So, I'm going to back this thing up real quick. turn it around and see what it does. Tune 5 engaged. Okay. Oh my God. This thing sounds literally insane. Yeah, I have no business with this at all. My 6.0 is pretty quick, I would say, for, again, like an all-stock motor as of right now. And this thing literally pulls like a freight train. The video probably doesn't do justice, but
Alright, now that's cool.
it is a whole different truck. So before, this was just a stock 6.7 with obviously cold air intake and a couple of other parts.
You know what? While we let it sit for a couple minutes, we'll play a game of Rocket League. Gotta go to one. Just gotta get that rank up. You know, we ain't the best, but we're the best music. Oh, he's got that. Oh. 144. No, I fucked that up. Okay, we'll let him have it. We got time, we got time. First game on. Okay. Oh, I thought I could fake him. Take that from him too. So it's gonna be toxic like that. I fucked that up. There we go. That's what we're talking about. Whoa. That's how that's done. Chat, I don't think you like that. Same thing just happened. Yeah, that's right, we didn't skip it. We took the advantage to eat it. And then we do that. Yep. What did I say? We had so much time. Okay, that one was dirty. Oh, he really left. Wow. We take that back too. We go back to back with that. We're locked. No more D-ranking in this community. I didn't think that was on that. Fortnite. Fucking A. We take that. Like we said, back to back. back to back, we say. All right, that's gonna conclude it for the stream. Thank you for watching.